Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Bismillah. Then we have the purpose of prohibition as the first subject matter to be discussed in the midterm. So I hope you will be watching this video. So what are the purposes of prohibition? Ano ang kaimportantihan ng ating prohibition? Bakit siya mahalaga? Ano ang kanyang purpose? The Workersham reports in 1931, report of the National Commission of Law Observance and Enforcement, we have page 146 of report number 6, states that the purpose of prohibition are as follows. So number 1, prohibition, like parole and imprisonment, has as its primary objective is the protection of society against crime. So, ang kahalagahan daw ng provision is katulad ng parol at saka ng pagkakulong is mayroon siyang objective na para protektahan ng ating mamamayan sa anumang krimen. Its method may differ, but its broader purpose must be to serve the great end of all organized justice. So, kakaiba nga lang yung kanyang method na ginagawa. So, mayroon siyang purpose, mayroon siyang sariling pamamaraan para mag-provide ng justice sa ating lipunan. The protection of the community. So yan. So tingnan natin yung provision, for example. Ang isang nasasakdal, for example, is hindi naman kailangan na ilagay siya sa kulungan dahil lesser lang halimbawa ang kanyang krimen na ginawa o kaya naman hindi naman nakapagdulot ng masyadong pinsala sa ating mamamayan. So why not bigyan siya ng pagkakataon na mamuhay ng payapa sa lipunan although serving his or her provision. Tapos nakakapag-provide siya ng financial capability sa kanyang pamilya, ng moral support, kung ano pa man dyan. Provision is an extension of the powers of the court. So, tandaan ninyo na ang provision is extension ng kapangyarihan ng korte. So, sila ang nagbibigay ng provision over the future behavior and destiny of the convicted person such as is not retained in other disposition of criminal case. So, sila yung nagbibigay ng kung anong makakabuti sa isang tao na mag-undergo ng provision. So, when we say court, the responsible individual is yung judge or yung judges natin. Number 2, in provision, provision is the recognition that in certain types of behavior problems which come before the court. So, hindi naman kailangan halimbawa na ikulong ang tao involved sa isang kaso. So, binibigyan natin ng karapatan, binibigyan ng lipunan ng karapatan ang taong yun na mamuhay ng payapa at sapat. Unnecessary because in that particular case, the end sought, okay, so ang mangyayari halimbawa, if ever nailagay natin sa kulungan, the protection of society may be achieved without the cost of confinement. So, So, kapag halimbawa hindi natin sila nilagay sa isang correctional facilities, so ang mangyayari is hindi makakapaglaan ng maraming pera ang ating government para doon sa gastusin dun sa pagkabilanggo ng isang tao. And inadequate because the person's sentence may create difficulties and complications. So, hindi naman dahil po pwedeng magkaroon lamang ng difficulties, kahirapan dun sa tao mismo o sa kanyang pamilya, and complication. Ano mga complication na ito? Which will make more rather than less doubtful the restatement of the particular individual as a law-abiding citizen. So, hindi natin matitiyak na itong taong ito is pwedeng maging law-abiding paglabas niya. Dahil halimbawa, for example, isang kaso na is 3 years, 2 years, so why not, so long as hindi naman siya doon sa mga grave misconduct or let us say heinous crime. So, why not bigyan sila ng pagkakataon na mamuhay ng matiwasay sa labas ng kulungan. So, although they are under provision. So, yun yung binibigay na purpose ng ating provision. So, meron tayong advantages of provision. Ano naman yung advantages ng provision? Provision is more advantageous than imprisonment. Of course, makikita natin, napakaganda. Maraming naitutulong ito sa tao, imbis na nakakulong sila. So, they can continue working. Pwede nilang alagaan ng kanilang mga pamilya, magbigay ng moral support. So, di ba? In provision, the man is spared the degrading. So, sa provision, binibigyan natin ng pagkakataon na hindi ma-degrade, embittering, a disabling experience of imprisonment na maranasan yung mga masasamang karanasan na pwede niyang maranasan sa loob ng kulungan. That might only confirm them in criminal ways. So, di ba? Paglabas pa niya ng kulungan, sasabihin sa kanila, you are convicted, you are a criminal. Although, totoo naman na criminal sila kapag they are undergoing provision. On the other hand, the offender can continue to work in his place of employment. So, di ba? Family ties remain intact, thus preventing many broken homes. So, yun ang inaalagaan ng ating lipunan na hindi maraming pamilya ang magkaroon ng broken home because ang naapektuhan is yung mga bata. Also, provision is less expensive, which is only 1/10 as costly as imprisonment. So, hindi siya costly sa ating pamahalaan. To the extent that provision is being used today, so about 60% of convicted offenders are given provision. So, yun, ang kagandahan, 60% of convicted offenders. This type of sentencing, therefore, will greatly relieve prison congestion. Of course, wala tayong overcrowding sa ating mga correctional facilities. So, yan ang kagandahan. Chief Justice Taft of the United States Supreme Court, in a case decided by the court, mentioned the purpose of the Federal Provision Act as follows. So, we are referring to the United States Provision. The great desideratum was the giving to young and new violators of law a chance to reform and to escape the contaminating influence of association with hardened or veteran criminals in the beginning of the imprisonment. So, ang pagkakataon na bigay natin dun sa mga baguhan at saka sa mga bata na kriminal na hindi naman masyadong malala ang kanilang krimen na ginawa is hindi sila magkakaroon ng difficulties sa loob ng kulungan. Tapos, hindi natin sila may halubilo doon sa mga veteran at saka mga criminal na nakagawa ng, let us say, may mga serial killers, for example. So, hindi sila magkakaroon ng way na makahalubilo sa kanila. Diba? Kasi pwede pa sila ma-influensya sa loob. Provision is the attempted saving of a man who has taken one wrong step. Okay. So, yun. Ang provision is ina-attempt niya na tulungan yung ang ating mga criminal na less ang kanilang krimen na ginawa sa society. So yan ang ating advantages. So, we have administrative organization of provision. So, during the early stages of provision, the appointment of provision officers and the administration of provision services were considered as court functions. So, yan. Hanggang ngayon. Later, provision service was provided to serve all courts within a city or county, such courts as juvenile, domestic, municipal, and criminal. Okay. In this type of provision service, the provision officers are appointed with the Civil Service Bureau or Commission. In recent years, there has been a trend toward the state integrated provision and parole service for. So, number one. So, ito yung mga pinapatupad na dapat ayusin doon sa mga taong undergoing provision. So, number one, personality. He must be of such sa mga taong mag-apply, sa mga taong undergoing provision, sa mga taong magiging provision officer. So, katulad na rin ito ng hinahanap natin. Okay. Number one is personality. He must be of such integrity. So, may integridad. Hindi siya basta-basta nasusuhulan, intelligence, matalino, and good judgments as to command respect and public confidence. So, and with regards with the society, so titingnan niya kung ano yung makakabuti. So, yan ang good judgment. Because of the importance of his quasi-judicial functions, so dahil sa kanyang maayos na pag-isip, for example, sa pagbibigay ng quasi-judicial function, he must possess the equivalent personal qualification of high judicial officer. So, of course, so dapat katulad niya yung nagbibigay ng verdict doon sa mga korte na magaganda. He must be forthright. Okay. Courageous and independent. So, tama yung kanyang ginagawa, courageous, hindi siya natatakot bigla-bigla, and independent. So, nakapag-desisyon siya ng malaya. He should be appointed without reference to creed, color, or political affiliation. So, dapat hindi siya pwede ma-appoint dyan sa isang position na dahil sa kanyang alliance sa isang tao, color, or political affiliation. Okay. Number 2 is education. So, a board member should have an educational background broad enough to provide him with knowledge of those professions mostly closely related to parole administration. So, yan ang dapat na tinitingnan natin sa ilalagay natin sa provision ng parole service na marami siyang kaalaman. So, bakit natin pinag-aaralan to? Dahil po pwedeng ang itanong sa board exam is dito magmula. Specifically, academic training which has qualified the board member for professional practice in the field such as criminology. So, yan titingnan natin. Criminology ang kanya natapos. Education, pwede. Psychiatry, psychology, social work, and sociology indesirable. So, remember, criminology, education, psychiatry, psychology, social work, and sociology. So, 6 ang pupwede niyang natapos. It is essential that 6 ang pupwede, isa lang siya na. It is essential that he have the capacity and desire to round out his knowledge as effective performance is independent upon understanding of legal processes, the dynamics of human behavior, and cultural condition contributing to crime. So, titingnan natin kung ano yung mga circumstances surrounding the criminal activities ng isang tao. Di ba? Titingnan niya. So, yun yung binabasihan sa education. Dapat alam niya kung paano na maintindihan yung lipunan na kanyang pinagtatrabahuan. So, we have experience. He must have an intimate knowledge of common situations and problems confronting offenders. So, based on his experience, based on his practices, di ba? This might be obtained from a variety of fields. So, kung ano yung kanyang mga natapos, such as prohibition, parole, the judiciary, law, social work, and correctional institution, and delinquency preventive agency. So, yun ang kanyang experiences dapat natapos. He should not be an officer or a political party or seek or hold elective office while a member of the board. So, kinakailangan nakaupo siya sa parole and provision service, hindi siya magpapa-appoint o magpapa-elect sa isang position sa isang political party. Okay.